Hello there, everybody. Welcome back to Cities Skylines. I'm Dennrick, and we have some things to do today. I want to go over what I did in between episodes because I made some changes, especially to what we did in the last episode. So we're going to look at that in just a moment. But first, let's take a look at the changes that I've made to the oil industry. Let me just double check. We should be good there. We have greatly changed the oil industry area, adding more drilling capacity, moving storage, adding more storage, changing how we handle our production, and also storing petroleum and plastics. I'm not going to spend a ton of time on that. We are having some garbage problems across the city. We will be addressing those today. But the biggest thing that we did, or that I did rather, in between the episode was hit the reset button over here. And the reason for that is because of what we're going to be working on today, and that is the mall. Now, I basically cleared this whole area out, relayed the road network, and redid the zoning. So I'm going to show the zoning here now. So it definitely more residential, and I've taken out all of the commercial for now. We are going to put the commercial back in today and kind of let this area grow again. What I want to do to start is just make sure that I can get power over to here. So we're going to use these areas that we don't. Actually, let me make sure that that's not going to mess with our zoning. We are going to literally jump this across the highway and just run a power cable on this side of the road just up to there for now. That will be temporary. We should not need that after this episode because this area is going to start to grow in, but we have a very high commercial demand. So let's jump in right away and start working on the build today. So this area right here, this big square, is where our mall is going to go. Now, I've kind of played around a little bit in between the episodes, and I knew that I needed to make some changes because what we were doing wasn't going to be as beneficial to us as what I was originally hoping in the layout, because these buildings are a little bit bigger. We are going to go ahead and start working on our mall. What I want to do is I'm going to place this for a second. I'm going to pause it too, just for a brief second, because I want to take a look at the building. So this is the mall, and it literally does just say the mall. This is going to be the front of the building. Okay. And this will be the back. We are going to have to do some weird things with the road to kind of make this work the way that I want to. But I think overall we will be just fine with that. Actually, what I think I might do is take some of this back for a second, just so we can place this exactly the way that we want it, and then we'll fix the pipes after. So I want this to be the focal point of this area. So let's go ahead and place that like right there. And I think that is, for the most part, going to be the mall area. So now we just got to lay out kind of what's going to be around it, right? And that's what we're going to be doing today. All right, so now that we have the mall placed, we are going to place some parking lots. These are all going to be the vanilla parking assets that have been added to the game. So what I want to do is almost line this whole area with these parking lots right here. I don't like some of that spacing. might have to see if I can kind of get those to merge together. I don't have ploppable concrete right now. That would probably solve that as well. Or maybe we'll just add some trees or something right there. But I want to get some parking there. And then also some parking over here. Just to create a little bit of a parking lot. So we have these parking assets that I have that are vanilla or made with vanilla assets. And then we also have the some cities, some actual, you know, like parking garages and things like that that we'll incorporate as well throughout this build. So we've gotten our parking lots down that we're going to use for the moment. And we have our mall down. Which we have 10 visitors last week. So, you know, we'll let the simulation play and we'll kind of see how they, if they park here. And this is one of those things that I definitely think we may change this road or change some of this road. Let me put it this way. I'm going to change as much of this road that I can change right now to prevent parking on the street. I am giving parking here, and I would much rather people use it than use the street. We have some weird stuff going on back here with roads. Weird elevation things. I don't want that like that. No. Let me see if I can fix this real quick using terrain. We definitely have some weird terrain stuff going on around this asset. So let's just try and smooth that out a little bit. And just try and get rid of that elevation section. I mean, I could have just went in with, you know, I do have some mods installed, and I probably could have fixed that by just going in and fixing it. That looks like a path. I'm not sure what that is. But I think just going in and using the default, you know, soften terrain tools will be sufficient here. And then let me just go and get that some parking lot assets back. Here we're going to use this one, and then we're going to fill in another couple of sections. Yeah, I don't want that there. Nope, that won't work for me. We'll do that. And maybe we'll come up here and try and clean some of this up by putting in the larger parking lot. I'm getting a little picky about this because I want this to look super nice. Oh yeah, there we go. That's much better. And I'm fine with how we did that over there. But I think that looks way better. Now, what I want to do is come in here. That's going to look really odd. So let's redo a little bit of the street here. I don't really want to come in. Yeah, I guess that's okay. Because I want to be able to put some commercial and stuff around there. So I want to add some roads around the mall that's going to kind of allow us to do that. Like even here, I think we're going to call a redo here. and actually just bring that right up to there. I don't necessarily love that's super close together, but I think I'm okay with it. And then let's just come in here and upgrade as much of these roads as we can right now to the tree roads. All right, so now that we've got our parking situated, let's go in here and see what other buildings come with this and kind of determine, you know, what we want to use. You can only place one of each of these. These are all unique buildings, which is a little disappointing. I'm not gonna lie. It is a little disappointing, and you know, we will, I guess, do our best to place these. I'm not gonna place all of these around here. I think it would be better for us to save like the grocery store and the fresh foods. Although we can always come in and just clone the building. So maybe we will place a few more of these, and I can come in here and clone. That's not too bad. You know, maybe we'll play with some of the elevation on that. But overall, I like that. You know, we'll have two of these little shopping plazas kind of on this side. And then I don't think I actually want to put any other of the buildings. Like, I mean, we have the open air mall. I want to save that for another part of the city. We have a nice grocery store, which we're going to save the two grocery stores for another part of the city. Let's see if there's any other. I don't think there's going to be any other areas that or any other ploppable buildings that I want to put down. But I like that. I think this gives us some parking space, and maybe we even fill this in over here with parking as well with another lot. We'll actually do that. Our parking was here. I want this one. We'll put that right there, and then I can put in some paths here, which kind of connects everything. I'd love for that to connect there too. It does. You know, we can make that connect there as well. And then I kind of want just a path that, well, maybe I don't want a path here. Maybe we'll go trees there. I would love to hide that with some ploppable concrete, but I'm going to have to install something for that. And then, you know, we're going to come in and just change some of the zoning here. And up front on this road, I think I'm actually going to put some medium density commercial just to see what it will look like. And I'm going to try and let that fill in and see if I like that. I don't love that. I don't love that. So we're going to call a mulligan. We're not going to do that. We're going to zone regular commercial on this road. I will actually also put some right there. I don't want any right in front. We're going to put some trees in stuff to kind of hide the little bit of commercial that we put in there. So we'll let those buildings come out. And then I'm actually going to come in with some more commercial zoning all the way through here. So this whole area is going to be just commercial shopping extravaganza, if we want to call it that, all around the mall here. And then maybe in the back, we'll leave some space We'll kind of come in and do, I don't know, just put some patches of higher density commercial in here. 2, 3, 4, 5, yep. And then we'll kind of fill in the gaps, or some medium density rather. We will fill in the gaps with low density. But I don't want it to feel so what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want it to feel like, you know, the buildings just don't belong. And I kind of feel like that's what that was going to look like, is that the buildings just don't belong. Here I'm going to leave some space too for some landscaping. What do we got going on here? I'm going to delete all those because I'm pretty sure we changed that zoning. Didn't we? Yeah. So we'll delete all those. We'll let that build back in. And, you know, we have a lot of commercial that we just put in here. And we're going to leave these 2 spaces for... Actually, I don't think I'm going to leave spaces for it. I think I'm going to put this in right now. So we're going to go 4. And so we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 5 here. I'm trying to keep a little bit of spacing in on these buildings on purpose so we can add some pathways here. Might actually come in and take all of this zoning back right here and replace this with some more low density commercial. Same thing here. We're going to take this back, and I'm actually just going to leave those. We'll leave 4 spaces there, too. So I mean, make kind of some pathways into the mall. And then I almost want to say, you know, hey, we just put down these awesome new buildings, these awesome new assets that they brought in, and then we're going to hide it with trees eventually. You know, that's the way we roll. But if we come out of zoning now, this has came in, so this power line should no longer be needed. So let me just get rid of that power line. That is gone. Because power should have jumped all across. And let's just come in and put in some water pipes. Oh, this is going to be an interesting... I guess we are going to go just kind of straight across here. And we'll say that's underneath the road. And the same thing here. We're just going to kind of go straight across. It's close enough, right? And there we go. That should give all of these buildings water. And I think that looks pretty good. This is a, you know, huge shopping area. I mean, realistically, you know, you never would have tore down this whole area and rebuilt it. I really didn't want to either, but I felt that it was necessary for the build. What I want to do now is kind of put back some of the stuff that we removed when we took out the park. And, you know, really put the park back. But what I'm debating on is whether or not I want to come in and use some... Let me take this off for now just so we can actually see the full buildings. If we want to use like a unique... you know, some kind of a landmark here. And I don't necessarily know that we do because I don't know if I want to bring more tourism here. But we do have, you know, some fountains and things like that we can really do some cool things with. But that may not be this may not be the best place to do it. So I think we'll just stick with a city park type environment and go with those assets. So this is going to be the main gate. Let's put a side gate over here. Let's put a side gate over here. And right there. And then I don't want a gate there. So let's connect these paths. We are going to go pretty straight connection with these paths for right now. And let's get this fenced in. I'm going to slow this down just a little bit. Here I only want angle. I only want angle. Okay, I may not even want angle. Yeah, I don't want anything right now. All right, we will come all the way down there. That was an easy connection. Now this one's not going to be as easy. Oh, we have this whole row. Well, yeah, I guess that will be easy because all we really have to do is draw that whole thing back in. There we go. So our park here has some fencing all the way around it. Let's go ahead and give them some stuff to do here. And I think this is going to be a blend of these paths and like, regular paths here, not necessarily, dirt paths and stuff like that. I think for the majority of the rest of the park, we're probably going to be doing some dirt paths. I do think I want angle here. Although there is something. Yeah, I guess for right here, we're going to keep things the way that they are. But let's rebuild this park. So we have the park restrooms. Oh, I did not fence in the whole park. Darn it. Let's do that real quick. Let's call a redo and actually fence in the park like I said I did. This is where we need the Jeopardy theme. All right, there we go. Didn't take too long. All right, now we can put in our park restrooms. We are going to put 2 park restrooms right at the front gate. And then I also want to put in some park restrooms back here as well. Our park info booth is going to sit on this corner. And our park cafe will sit right up here. And then let's see, we have some chessboards. Ooh, the question is, do I want to put more than one of the... Yeah, I think I do. So I think we're going to put 2 chessboards. We have piers. I don't really want piers. And then we have these plazas, which I think we will put 2 of these in for now. And our oil drilling has just leveled up. And then we are going to come in with a dirt path. Maybe. Oh, that's trying to upgrade. For the most part, we have our park going. Let's add in a few more paths here just to kind of complete the path network. I think we will kind of do something like this. For the moment, at least. For the moment, we may end up changing that later, but this gets us the start of a nice little park, and we have completed our retail expansion, which just look at that. You come to one of these buildings and you can just see that mall there until we come in with trees and, fix that issue there. Which is exactly what we are going to do right now. There are some new trees. I can't. I can search. I want a mixture of these young trees. Well, a couple of these young trees. And we're just gonna brush some of these in here. Like these were there the whole time. I'm not really looking for, something that is, we're not looking for huge trees. Did I zone that? I didn't. Okay. But, we want some trees there. We want smaller trees, almost to make it look like, hey, this was planted here. But I'm not going to take the time right now to manually do a whole bunch of landscaping. We're just going to use our brush here. Actually, I think I want this to be a little more dense. Oops, I don't want anything over here yet. Just some trees next to here. They planted that. Maybe that gets taken down as the area expands, but it just kind of removes or adds a level of, like, if you're over here and you live, kind of over from this side of the neighborhood, right? You don't necessarily see that big plain wall of the mall, the side of the mall. And then we're going to do the same thing back here, but we're going to add some other trees in here. It's not just going to be the young trees. We are going to add the regular linden. We are going to add the regular palms into here. And we're going to put this pretty dense. Pretty dense for right now. And I think we need to add some trees to this park as well. So we're just going to ever so slightly take that same brush and just put a bunch of trees in the park so it doesn't look so bare. There we go. You know, definitely need some happy little trees. All right. And that will change as we move on. But I think that just adds so much to the area. You know, you're down here on the street and you just can see like, oh, this is such a cool park to be able to go to. You know, you can view the trees on the dirt and, you know, walk the paths, get some nice views of the higher density buildings that are in the area. And just imagine if you lived on, you know, in one of these buildings here, looking out, you know, you have nice trees to look out your windows at, and you're not just seeing, you know, big buildings or other there. I really like that we kind of redid some things here and, you know, made this come in. Now, actually, I'm looking at this and I kind of wish we didn't zone here. So what I want you to do is tell me in the comments if you'd prefer that we take this little strip of zoning out and just kind of have those trees go into the mall, maybe, you know, a nice walking area and almost extend, like you can go out from the park and come over here and, you know, walk right into the mall if you wanted to. So let me know in the comments. Did we set up zoning? Let's do that real quick here too. This should, yeah, I really don't like the office buildings that we are getting, so I'm gonna hold off on zoning that side because I'm gonna play around with that a little bit and see if we can really, you know, get something that I'm looking for here. But in the meantime, I think that is going to bring us to the end of this episode. I hope you aren't too upset with me that we kind of called a redo on Pine Trace and, you know, really laid out the first set of unique buildings that we have done here. And, you know, let me know in the comments what you think about it and where you would like to see us go next. We do have a couple of episodes that are going to be pre-recorded now, so you know some of the feedback that we get will be implemented a couple episodes from now, but make sure you do it because I will definitely take that into consideration. But I'm Dennrick. I'm out. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Adios.